Now then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show and farewell, Matthias Klick. Look, I'm going to do something on Matthias Klick tomorrow. I don't want to make this about him, but I just want to say from me as a Leeds United fan, thank you for everything, the Polish Prince, and I hope you have a great time in America. But this is, of course, time for your Leeds versus West Ham post-match chat as both teams thrashed out a 2-2 draw at Ellen Road. Before we get into it, as is always the case, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. And I want to thank you all for getting me to 17,000 subscribers. What a journey we're on. 2023 is going to be our year, but I'll shut up chatting now and let's get into it.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So, folks, initial thoughts, initial match reaction. I'm okay. You know, of course, I said it was a must-win. As the game ebbed and flowed, I'm happy with the point we move. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lambast Jesse tonight. I think we played all right tonight. If it wasn't, again, for a few fatal errors, this time from the American boy, Brendan Aronson, and, of course, a penalty given away by Pascal Struijk, either side of half-time, and it knocks the stuffing out of you. And what can we expect Jesse to do in that moment? Because a goal before half-time rips up his half-time team talk, and a goal after half-time rips up everything he's just fucking said to them in the dressing room. It's an absolute nightmare. Look, I'm not going to lambast Pascal Struijk for the penalty given. Yes, it's an error made, but Jarrod Bowen does exceptionally well to nip in front. Thought Jarrod Bowen was great tonight, and he's not had a very good season. He gave Struijk a bit of a torrid time, I can't lie to you. Defensively, I thought Leeds at times was shaky. Robin Koch, what happened to him tonight? You know, everyone tells me he's had an amazing season. He's our best centre-back. I'm not about that life. I think Cooper was good tonight. Cooper probably should have scored, let's not lie. Leeds United should have won if it weren't for Fabianski with an amazing save right at the death. But look, a point against a good West Ham side. I know they've lost 5 on the bounce. I know they're not in great form, but look at them tonight. They're a good side. Paqueta pulling the strings. I thought he was very, very good tonight. Mickey Antonio could have won it at the depth for West Ham as well. So listen, a point shared. It's even. I think it's even. And I was excited by Leeds going forward at times tonight. It's just them sucker punch before half-time and after half-time. Them goals really, really hurt us. William Yonto's goal, by the way, I want to give special props to Chris Somerville. A lovely little pass. I didn't even see it as the move's happening. Rodrigo heads it inside. Nonto turns Paqueta, gives it into Somerville. I'm thinking, give it Struijk. And instead, he just plays a nice little reverse pass that, for me, as a fan watching it, didn't even see. And Nonto takes his debut goal fantastically well. I think he's the 3rd youngest ever goal scorer to score in the Premier League from an Italian nationality, and our youngest goal scorer since James Milner. So props to William Yonto. Another great game. Another bright spark from him. Cree was good in parts, but, you know, he could have easily seen red for a silly challenge on Soufal, and that would have been absolute murder because we'd have probably lost the game at that point. Luke Ayling, props to him, and Liam Cooper. You know, these two get such an unfair shake from Leeds United fans, as does Matthias Klick. And look, Matthias Klick in tears tonight. I'm really grateful for everything he's done. It wasn't to be. I thought when he came on, I was just thinking, come on, please make it that moment. We heard during the game that everything was done with DC United. Please go on and get a winner. Please be involved. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be the case. Props to Jack Harrison as well, who's flattered to deceive of late. He came on and had an impact on the game and got Rodrigo. Rodrigo had fluffed the chance just before, but listen, he's been pretty deadly in front of goal this season, and he scored a similar goal to that where he takes a touch, gets it away from the defender and finds the back of the net. So great for him to score. That's his 10th of the season as well. And there's positives to take forward to Villa. There's positives to take forward to that next home game against Brentford because they're huge. These next running games for Leeds are very, very winnable. So it's important that we didn't lose tonight. You know, 2 points now. I think looking at it, we're going to be all right this season. I think West Ham will think the same as well. There are worse teams in this division than us. I mean, look at Southampton there. Basement dwellers. I think Bournemouth are starting to drop. I'm still convinced Forest will go down. But listen, I think we're going to be all right. I know I'm not a big fan of Jesse, but I'm infused by tonight's performance. People might call me wild, but I'm just glad to see us get back amongst the goals. and not lose. You know, what we need to get out of the game, though, is just have a period of time where we're not conceding goals. Because for me, I said, when we'd gone in front, I said, look, I'm not even bothered about getting a second goal at this point. Just don't concede before half-time. Let Jesse get into him, and then we move. But unfortunately, that wasn't to be the case. You know, we keep hamstringing ourselves, whether or not that's due to the system and we're being far too open in transition. Maybe we need to switch things up mid-game, you know, manage the games better from Jesse's angle. The players, it's a host of things, right? And, you know, this, I bet people are coming expecting me to berate Jesse, but I don't think you can blame him for tonight, because how can you expect him when he's bookended each half with errors? You know, Brendan Aronson keeps saying it, and I've said it a few times now, we need to see more. He gets on the ball and doesn't do much with it anymore. 27 million, big price tag for him. He has to do better. He has to do better. Because that pass, I mean, it's not as if he's not looking or anything. It's a simple pass, and he passes it into Scamacca. Scamacca takes his goal really, really well. You know, it has to be said, Scamacca was involved in their first goal as well with the penalty given. It was a foul. It was a penalty. I don't think that... I've seen a lot of hate towards the referee. I think he did okay for me in parts. A few decent, well-worked set pieces for once as well. Only a few, but some of them were decent. Like I said, Leeds United could have easily won the game. Cooper has a chance late on. Header saved, and then he's, you know, it's a defender's finish, isn't it, when it falls back out to him. And Rodrigo could have won it on the death as well. And this is the Leeds United of this season. It's never plain sailing. When we do win games, they are frantic, and that's what Jesse wants. They are, you know, 3-2s, 4-3s, etc., you know. But I think the subs impacted the game tonight. I thought we created, you know, enough in the game. And I'm positive with a point. And I bet people expect to hear different, but, you know, I am happy with tonight's result. I think Gelhardt should have seen more minutes than the 5 that he got. We do need a striker. I love Rodrigo this season in terms of what he's doing in finding the back of the net, but you switch him with a different profile of striker, and I think Leeds get more. I think Leeds create more. We still would use Rodrigo, of course, maybe in behind Aronson off the right, but then again, can you drop, you know, Nonto? Nonto, star of the season thus far. Do you know what I mean? Star of the season thus far. In the short space of time he's been here. It's positives to take. Cardiff now at the weekend in the FA Cup. Little respite from the league. Then we go again away at Villa. Listen, that's me wrapped up. I'm happy. Sad to see Mateus Click go, but in terms of the game and how it transpired, annoyed at the errors, but I'm happy we get a point. And it's positives to take for me personally. You might disagree, but it is what it is. Thanks as always for watching. Thanks again for getting me to 17K. Like the video on the way out. Alhamdulillah, hallelujah, amen. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.